Mingla. Well, good evening, our colleague from Myanmar and Professor Ogata from Sri Lanka. It is 8 p.m. in our country, 7 p.m. in Sri Lanka, I think. Today, we are going to have international seminar, webinar, organized by Gordon Blaine, and then it will be presented by Professor Ogata, our old colleague with JICA project in Gizen Agricultural University. Before his talk, I would like to talk a little bit about his biography. Yeah, so Professor Kazuo, Dr. Kazuo Ogata is Professor Emeritus of Kyushu University in Japan. Presently, he is working for a JICA project entitled the Project for the Research and Education Capacity Improvement in Dry Zone Agriculture at the University of Jaffna in Northern Province of Sri Lanka as a chief advisor. He retired Kyushu University in March 2021. In the university, he was a senior vice president, director of the Institute of Tropical Agriculture, and director of the University Museum. He has been in Sri Lanka since July 2022, and he will be staying until 2025 as a JICA long-term expert. His specialty is entomology, in particular taxonomy and ecology of ants. His interest is not just a field of biology because he has experienced various international development projects of agriculture in Bangladesh, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar, and then other Asian countries. His career has expanded from the natural history to international development of agriculture and higher education. His education is he was graduated from Faculty of Agriculture in Kyushu University as Bachelor of Agricultural Science in 1978. He awarded a degree of MSc in Agriculture at the same university in 1980. Awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Agriculture in same university in 1985. His professional experience is assistant professor from 1990 to 97, associate professor 97 to 2003, professor Institute of Tropical Agriculture from 2003 to 2021. And then now he is a JICA long-term expert. So he has been many projects in Bangladesh, Australia, Vietnam, and Myanmar. So today he is going to talk about a JICA project in Jaffna University in Sri Lanka. Okay, Professor Ogata, over to you, please. Thank you. You can share your file. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Yes.
Okay. Hold on.
Yes, we can see and we can hear your voice. Yes.
ちょっと待ってね。How can I do that? Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear. Ready.
Okay. Now, thank you, Professor Mukyo. It is my pleasure to talk something about the present Sri Lankan project. Actually, after the retirement of the university, I had a plan to join Myanmar, but because of the situations, JICA offered me, Sensei, please come to Sri Lanka. So that is why I'm in Sri Lanka. But today's talk is divided into 3 parts. After the introduction, I would like to show the very rough overview of University of Sri Lanka. That must be something reference to you. And especially the University of Sri Lanka is focusing on quality assurance. And then I'd talk about the case, as a case study, I would like to talk about the University of Jaffna and Faculty of Agriculture, where I'm working at now, and JICA project. So How many hours? 30 minutes talk? Okay.
You can talk up to one hour or whatever, 45
Okay.
minutes.
All right.
After that, we will have discussion. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So since this is a very big title, so I'd like to some part touch, just a touch. Okay. Introduction. Do you know Sri Lanka? It's a southern part of South Asian countries that with an area of 65,000 square kilometer, and the population is 22 million. 22 million persons, and GDP is higher,
Mm.
3,800 US dollar per capita. And the capital is Srijayapradana Kotte, but actually the Colombo is the largest city. It's nearby the capital city. And one thing important is the climate. Since this is an isolated island, it is influenced by monsoon. Say, for example, in Jaffna, we had a very dry season in June to September. But as you can see in Colombo, let's see, okay. Here, this is the typical tropical rainforest. There are so many lanes. And here is a central mountain area, like Nuala area. It's very cool. So since I now lives in Jaffna around here, this is close to Myanmar, like Nepido, very dry areas. So the major crops cultivated in Sri Lanka is paddy. Now, the Sri Lanka has divided it into several ecological regions. They have a very long history of this sort of classifications. Now, they are divided into seven major regions and subdivided into 46 sub-areas, 46 very small areas. But roughly say, whole land is cultivated with paddy field. As you can see, this area is a major paddy production area. But as you can see here, there's so many small paddies distributed here. And this is because there are so many irrigated irrigated pond over there, around there. So that is why everywhere they cultivated paddy rice. Now let's back to the productions. Okay. Well, the total amount of production is about 4 million to 5 million metric ton annually. But they are divided into two seasons, so-called Yara and Maha. Yara means April to August. It was influenced by southwestern monsoon. And the Maha seasons started at September to next year's March. This is influenced by northeastern monsoon. As you can see, Yara, Maha. So comparing those both seasons, Maha is the major production season of paddy. This is something exceptional, but every year they have twice cultivations. And beside these paddies, in the mountain areas, they cultivated tea. They have a very big tea gardens. And also coconuts and rubber is also the major export crop, like this. So coconuts, tea, rubber, all these three major export crops are in the western or mountain or southern areas. But in the northern part, since this is a dry zone, those three major export crops are nothing. Now, let's talk about University of Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, there are 18 national universities. The oldest one is University of Peradeniya, established in 1942, and the University of Colombo, also established in 1942. Those are just before the independent. And then Srijawardhana University, Kelaniya University, University of Jaffna, those universities are formerly under the single university called University of Ceylon or University of Sri Lanka. Those are the campuses. Now, those universities are independent from the big university called University of Sri Lanka, and now they are autonomous. So you can see that at least one province has one university. So, but major university is Peradeniya and Colombo, University of Peradeniya and University of Colombo. And those universities are controlled by the Ministry of Education, Higher Education, and Vocational Education. Especially the higher education sector comprises of those divisions, the department. But actual management is controlled by University Grants Commissions. This is very strong body. The function of University Grant Commissions are allocation of funds to higher education institute, planning and coordinate of university educations, maintenance of academic standards, regulation of the administration of higher education institutes, and the regulation of student admissions to higher education institute. Those commissions are comprises by the officers, but officers are originally the university professors. That means University Grant Commission is consist of university professors, actually. So please remember University Grants Commission. I think this is the same as UK. Now, the university structure is almost same in every national university. That means the vice chancellor is the head of the university, principal, executive officer, and academic officers. And two meeting body, the Senate and Council, play an important role. Senate is a governing body in the university responsible for academic matters and primarily drawing its membership from the academic staff of the institute. And on the other hand, Council is the highest government body of the university, policymaking and strategic planning. And under these bodies, deans of the faculties, the director of the centers or institutes, and library and registers are existing. And the faculty line, this was controlled by the faculty board, consists of department heads and other academic staff. And departments consist of department heads and academic staff. So those are the major design of university structure. Now, the Sri Lankan's qualification framework is set for whole higher education schemes. Say, for example, the certificates of these academics are labeled from 1 to 12. The Sri Lankan qualification framework level 1 is GCE ordinary level. GCE means General Certificate of Educations. And GCAL is a level 2. And then diploma, higher diploma, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science honors. And those Bachelor of Science honors corresponding to the graduates of the university. And then someone will move to the postgraduates. And postgraduates also has several levels from Sri Lankan qualification framework level 7 is PG certificate, postgraduate certificate, and then PG diploma, MSc by coursework, and MSc with coursework plus research. And what we say master's degree is almost corresponding to MPhil, Master of Philosophy. And then finally, the final highest qualification is PhD, MD, or the Doctor of Science, corresponding to SLQ level 12. And those academic qualification framework is corresponding to the national vocational qualifications. This is from the level 1 to level 7, and some levels are corresponding to like this. This is a bridging system. So the person who follow this line can translate to this academic line. And those levels are strictly, what can I say, strictly designed with a credit. For example, level 6 bachelor's honors, BSc honors, must have 120 credit after SLQL2, of which 90 credit after SLQL3, or of which 60 credit after SLQL4, of which 30 credit after SLQL5. Now, you now understand the credit is very important unit to certify the person's performance. Well, they say that learning outcome of BSc is also very important. Probably your country also concerns about these learning outcomes. This learning outcomes divided into 4 core areas. One is knowledge, one is skills, one is attitudes, values, professionalism, and vision for life, and mindset and paradigm. And each of these core areas consist of several components, such as, say, for example, knowledge. It consists of subject theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge and applications. And skills means communication, teamwork, creativity, manageable information, networking, that sort of skills. And attitudes implies adaptability and flexibility, attitudes, values, and professionalism, and vision for life. And mindset means updating self or lifelong learning. This sort of core areas comprises the learning outcomes. Now, so the quality assurance of university in Sri Lanka is very important. Why university is university? This is because they have a quality. And university has experienced several quality assurance reviews. Well, say for example, international reviews, IR, has 10 criteria. The criteria, one is governance and management. Criteria 2 is the strength and quality of staff. And quality 3, curriculum design and program development, blah, blah, blah. All these are the institutional level. But on the other hand, program review is also executed by UGC. In this case, the criteria has 8, such as program management and human and physical resources, program design and development, course or modules design and development, that sort of. And well, the program review means the review for, say, for example, faculty. Faculty has program, you know. So the review shows those programs by these criteria. And if you look at in more detail of each subject, such as the area of agriculture, then they will have a subject review. And this has aspect of evaluations, like curriculum design contents of certain review, certain subject, teaching, learning, assessment, quality of student, blah, blah. So those 3 kind of reviews are now conducted by UGC. But first, the Sri Lanka government started subject review first. This was begin at 2004. Here's some paper, the result of subject review assessment 2004. Well, this is a summary of whole subject reviews. Like, say, curriculum design and contents and review, 48 cases are good, and 40 cases are satisfactory, but still 2 are unsatisfactory. But these are the reviews of whole assessment, and number of assessment was 50 at the time. One portion is that interesting is that postgraduate studies, you can see that. So this area has still weak, unsatisfactory portion has occupies 16%, and peer observation is still weak at that time. Look at this. The 20% are unsatisfactory, and 66% are satisfactory. So those are the assessment in 2024. And after that, there are 2 big projects which started. One is so-called HETI, Higher Education for 21st Centuries. This was by World Bank project. All the National University of Sri Lanka experienced headache. And the purpose of this project is to enhance the capacity of higher education system, institution, and human resource to deliver quality higher education services in line with equitable social and economic development needs. This was started in 2010 and ended in 2016. And after that, the World Bank continues the next stage of higher education project. This is called AHEAD, Accelerating Higher Education Expansion and Development. The purpose of this project is to increase enrollment in priority disciplines, improve the quality of degree programs, and promote research and innovation in the higher education sector. This was ended in 2022. But during these two projects, there are so many experience, and they published many manuals. Say, for example, institutional review manuals were first published in 2015 and recently revised. If you look at these manuals, you can see how the review was done and what is the terminology. This is also true for undergraduate program review manual and postgraduate program review manuals. I recommend you to read this one. And that's all for the design of the Sri Lankan universities. So far, is there any questions or comments?
Prof, I think after you finish the presentation, we will have a Q&A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Please,
Continue.
please think about your questions and comments.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
let's move on. The case study. Now, case study is University of Jaffna and the Faculty of Agriculture and JICA project. Now, the University of Jaffna, now I'm working at, is a very old university in Sri Lanka, established in 1974, and student number is about, say, 12,000. And mostly they are the undergraduate, and they have some small number of postgraduate. And academic staff is about more than 600, and administrative staff about 800. And they have 11 faculties: Faculty of Agriculture, Allied Health Science, Arts, Engineering, Graduate Studies, Hindu Studies, Management Studies and Commerce, Medicine, Science, Technology, and this is a long name, but this is a Faculty of Performing and Visual Arts. One of the characteristics of the university is that they are located in the northern part, and northern parts has so many Hindi persons, Tamil persons. Say, for example, well, in the case of University of Jaffna, 43% are Tamil students, and 47% is Sinhala students, and others are Muslim or Christians. So that means this university has so many persons who are not the Buddhist or who are not Sinhalese. And major language of this area is Tamil language, not Sinhalese language. But all the teaching and all the communications are given by English. English is a common language between Sinhalese and Tamil language. Now, this is a structure, the University of Jaffna. As I said, 15 faculties. And, oh, sorry. Those university has mainly two areas. One is Jaffna Peninsula, and another is Kilinoch area. So the Kilinoch area has three faculties. One is agriculture, one is technology, and one is engineering. And there are several functional centers or units such as career guidance unit, computer unit, physical education unit, blah, blah, blah. And the centers covers health, quality assurance, or gender equity, and staff development, and so on. And the library is located in Jaffna, but some branches are located in Faculty of Medicine, Agriculture, Management, blah, blah. So those are the major structure of University of Jaffna. So in the case of University of Jaffna, they have a very long history, but some are very unhappy. The main body of the origin is Jaffna College. This is the Christian college. And then 1921, the Hindu Educational Institute was established. Both these two institutes are the origin of Jaffna universities. And to 1948, independent as Dominion of Ceylon, Sri Lanka independent, and Sri Lanka becomes a republic in 1972. And as I told you, in 1974, Jaffna campus of the University of Sri Lanka was established. 1974, almost 50 years ago. And then faculty increased, medicine or agriculture or management, graduate school, blah, blah, blah. And 1979, this is another very important thing that the University of Sri Lanka dismantled. That means the Jaffna campus is now become a University of Jaffna in 1979. But 1983, the civil law was started. The civil law is the battle between government and Tamil persons. And during 87 to 90, the peacekeeping force by India coming to northern part, and there's another confusion. So the Faculty of Agriculture was established in 1990, but because of the war, the faculty must evacuate it to Jaffna. Because you see, here's some situation as of December 2005. The red zone is controlled by LTTE. It's so-called Tamil Tigers. And yellow is controlled by government of Sri Lanka. So you see, the Kilinoch is a major base of LTTE. So the Faculty of Agriculture must be evacuated to the government-controlled area, Jaffna's. And the war was ended in 2009. So the Faculty of Agriculture returned to Kilinoch in 2016. But, there's nothing. So they have to de-establish the faculty again in Kilinoch. Well, those are the history, brief history of Jaffna. You can understand how they experienced the very hard time. Now, here's Kilinoch Promises Kilinoch campus, Faculty of Technology, Faculty of Agriculture, and Faculty of Engineering. And Faculty of Agriculture, located in the central, as you can see, this is a so-called JICA building. This was supported by JICA grant aid project. The University of Agriculture has, as I told you, established in 1990, but actually they are returned to Kilinoch and restarted again. Now the academic staff is 36 permanent staff plus temporary academic staff like a demonstrator or a laboratory assistant, and administrative staff 56, and students are now counted 580. And departments consist of 6: agronomy, animal science, agricultural biology, agricultural chemistry, agricultural engineering, and agricultural economics. So they have their strategic plan. This is the latest one established in 2024. Interestingly, their strategic plan is organized by 5 goals, 15 objectives, and 23 corporate levels, and 80 business level, and 140 action plan. So they are hierarchical, objectives, statements. Like, say, for example, goal number 1 is quality teaching and learning, has 3 major objectives, and each of the objectives has corporate level statements like this. And if we count the action plan, 140, 60 of them are education matters. And 37 actions belongs to research and innovations. And 7 actions belongs to university governance. And 13 actions belongs to human and physical capitals. And 14 actions belongs to expanding service and coverage. This includes the outreach or social engagement. As you can see, the half of the activities they plan belongs to educations, and rest of the actions, half of the actions belongs to research and innovations. So we understand how they make importance of the teaching and learning. Now, here's the number of students. Now, as I told you, 580 in total students, but just 3 years ago, the number of students was 500. During 3 years, the number of students increasing very rapidly, very rapidly. So this caused many difficulties, many challenges. And academic calendars are divided into 2 semesters. First semester started in November until the next year's March. And second semester starts in May to October. But the 4th year student has something very unique program, such as industrial training and evaluation, and research work, and report evaluation. So the final year research is very important for them, and universities focusing the final year research is the core of institutional research. Now, this is a curriculum. I'm sorry, you cannot read all of them, but they provided 160 courses. Courses means subject. And each subject has the code. This is the structure of course. You see, the first year has like this. This is almost same as Yejin Agricultural University, but after the second half of 3rd years, the student divided into several departments. And 4th year, in the first half, they studied very hard according to their department lectures. So the department lectures consist of very small numbers. All these are described in so-called student handbooks. This is very influential, I must say that, to you, probably. Say, for example, the course information are all in the student handbook, and all the course has shown like this: AB 3201 to genetic and plant breeding 2, 2, 3, 15, 16. Those are the all information of the course. The first two is course leader. That means this course is provided by AB, Agricultural Biology Department. And first digit, 3 means year. That means third year students. And second digit, 2 means semester. And 01 is course number offered by agricultural biology, and 2 means credit value. That means this course has 2 credits. And this figure also provide important information like credit value 231562. What's this? This is the hours of theory or lecture or practical experiment and self-learning. So 23 hours theory, 15 practical, and 16 self-learning is provided 2 credit values. So all this sort of information are written in student handbook. And last year of the final students is research project. And this is 6 credit unit. So those are the whole view of the Faculty of Agriculture Education. And now the JICA project. There are 2 parts of JICA project. One is grant aid project. This was provided mainly the building or establishment of basic laboratories. This was started in 16 and ended in 2021. I think this is the same pattern in the Yejin Agriculture University because you have a grant aid project first, then technical cooperation project was started in your case. And in here, technical cooperation project is started in 2022. The name is Project for Research and Education Capacity Improvement in Dry Zone Agriculture in University of Jaffna. We say Presida UOJ. Here, here is the first meeting with Faculty of Agriculture staff and Japanese expert. At that time, me and one more long-term expert, Professor Usami, he's retired professor of Nagoya University, and coordinator Ms. Misako. The 3 Japanese long-term experts were there. Now, the project title is here, and the purpose of the project is Foundation for Practice-Oriented Education and Research is enhanced in FOA, Faculty of Agriculture. And target is academic staff and academic supporting staff in the Faculty of Agriculture. And project period is from June 2022 to June 2027. That this is a 5 years project, and the first half years is spending for planning phase. Now, as you can see that the JICA project is based on so-called PDM, Project Design Matrix. and PO, plan of operations. And I just omitted the detail of PDM, but say the expected output of our project is that education, research, outreach, and management. The education means academic staff's teaching ability for practice-oriented education in Faculty of Agriculture are improved. And to do that, our activity is strengthening the CDRMC. CDRMC is a committee responsible for educations and conduct capacity development training on teaching skills and improve the existing learning materials and development textbook. And output two, the research is research capability of academic staff is developed through research on issues of dry zone agriculture. Again, activity focusing on committee, faculty research committee. And we do the training seminars and also try to promote research collaboration with Japanese university. And the output three, outreach, the social engagement outreach activities are strengthened. And again, the major body of committee should be strengthened and promote social engagement activities with governmental organizations for local communities and private sectors, and increasing opportunity of student participations in outreach activities. And then the management. The management system to promote education and research is improved. So again, the activities like this. Now, this is the implementation structures. Probably this, Myocho Sensei, you familiar with these structures, JICA team and the departments. But one of the difference between Yejin Agriculture University and this project is that we learned from Yejin Agriculture University's project, because at that time, we focusing the task force group here. But here, we use existing committees like curriculum committee, research committee, outreach committee, and project monitoring and management committees. So through these committees, the technical cooperation activities are conducting now. And Project Technical Committee, PTC, is also held every month. Now, this is one of the baseline surveys results. They are conducting student feedback. They give a questionnaire to the student, and student evaluate the course, each course. The full score is 0.5. As you can see that they are very high score actually, average is 4.54. But if you look at the number of students in a class, see the lower number of class course is okay, but more the number of students in a class is increased, their evaluation is low, right? So this is the very universal problem that we had difficulties in large numbers class. And this is another result of baseline survey in educations. And student feedback shows that the teachers are very enthusiastic of lectures. It's okay, but task organizations, lecture-student interactions, and clarity is not so high. And this is also true for peer reviews. The content is rather poor, and relationship with students is also very weak. So based on these baseline surveys, we try to upgrade, we try to improve in the area of education, supporting by the seminars or learning materials. like that. Now here's some of the pictures of the activities. We made a Toyota Lanka 5S workshop. Do you know 5S? Clean. I forget that. That's something like. But the laboratory must be clean. Laboratory must be tidy.
Okay.
That sort of training delivered by Toyota persons. And we also visited Japanese Education Ministry, and we also visited in India, Tamil Nadu Agricultural Universities, and seminars done by the chemical companies. Of course, we had a short-term expert, and they are giving some teaching. And we also have some counterpart training in Japan. And in the case of outreach, they invited high school students and student practice and say なんだっけこれprocurement, equipment procurement is also our activities. Now, finally, but we had a problem. Here's staff development, staff numbers. When we started in baseline surveys, number of staff numbers is 39, but now the number of teachers are 34. You see, the probational lectures that has no degree, they have a contract within 6 years, as promoted as full lecture or senior lectures. This is okay, but some of the teachers, after getting the PhD, escaped from the university. They don't return from Australia or Canada or
Right. Yeah, I understand.
yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. So
Yeah.
you can see Sri Lanka has 18 national universities. The UGC has very important role. And there's national standard system. So I recommend you to
Yes.
show those that. And the government of Japan has supported the development of faculty of agriculture as a part of post-civil war reconstructions. This is important. But this is a little bit different from the case of the Yejin Agriculture University. So that's all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you
And
very much.
the references. So you can see all these manuals or
Yeah.
handbook can be available.
Can
Even
download. It can be downloaded. Is that?
Okay, those are written all in English. So,
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, that's
Okay.
all.
Okay,
Thank you
Prof.
very much.
Ogata. Okay. You stop sharing.
Okay.
Okay. And then we will have a question and answer session. Please raise your hand for the participant. Let me ask first. How many university are offering agriculture in the whole country? I mean, apart from Jaffna, how many? Because in our country, only one at the moment.
That's right. So you can see, sorry, can I share?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You have 18 university. Yes.
That's the Charlotte University has Faculty of Agriculture. One, two,
Oh,
three,
so many
five,
agriculture
seven,
faculty.
eight, nine.
Yeah.
Nine universities.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
even in the case of University of Colombo, they have
Yeah.
no Faculty of Agriculture, but they have an Institute of Agricultural Science,
I see. Yeah. So
and they
they
try to
offer
establish
agriculture.
a Faculty of Agriculture.
Yeah. So Oh, in terms of the employability, employment, I mean, after the graduation of the agriculture graduate, do they